give us a report on the plus minus 500 kV DC breaker. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of NARI, let me give you a presentation on 500 kV DC breaker. VSV UHV-DC technology is a key technology for the long-distance transmission of bulk power, and it has the ability of voltage support and fault right through, and it's easy for complementary use of wind, solar, and energy storage. It has good controllability. There are 4 development trends for this technology: high voltage and large capacity. Present transmission capacity is much technology with long-distance overhead line, and the capacity is sometimes as big as 3,000 megawatts. And the second requirement is a DC grid. It has at least 3 converter stations. It takes a mesh transmission system with multiple lines able to integrate multiple sources of electricity so as to provide for large-scale allocation and optimization of power. If there's a fault in the DC grid, and then the current rises quick and rapid, it might result in the locking of a converter. Therefore, at a millisecond level, the branching should take place, failover should take place. And if we take a look at the fault features of DC grid, due to low system impedance, and there's a high rising rate and a large peak value of current, and there are no traditional switching breakers. It might, a single point of failure might result in a system downtime. Hence the need for DC breakers. A DC breaker can perform and limit the peak value of a DC fault current. With a DC breaker, we can selectively protect some converter stations so as to improve the availability and reliability of the system. A DC breaker has a lot of ongoing research and technology roadmaps. There are the following roadmaps: a technical roadmap, solid state, and hybrid topology. With hybrid topology, it can perform even faster cutoff at lower losses. Well then, we are launching a hybrid DC breaker. We're coming up with a new DC breaker topology with losses. At the same time, by adopting of integration rectification, we can reduce the use of IGBT components to achieve bidirectional current breaking. Therefore, it is more economical while being more reliable. And it can achieve fast reclosure and re-breaking. Let's take a look at the principles of its mechanisms. Under normal circumstances, the main load branch is on. Under normal circumstances with very low losses. In case of a fault, then the current will be shifted to the breaker branch by means of blocking the main load branch. 0.2. Then the mechanical switch will be in non-arching brake mode. It will take less than milliseconds. Then the last step to block the main, and by the help of transient overvoltage and dissipate energy of fault. And here a diagram of the mechanisms. If there is a fault occurring at the main load, then a command will be sent to have IGBT blocked in the main load branch. And then the mechanical switch will be switched on. The IGBT will be blocked in the main breaker branch. And the load will be shifted from breaker to dissipation branch. And the entire process will take as quick as within 3 milliseconds. We have started our research in 2012 on this technology. In 2013, we have come up with the bridge type rectification hybrid topology while applying for an international patent. In 2014, we have developed the 200 kV DC breaker prototype able to cut 15 kA in 2015. We have achieved leading to the 200 kV DC breaker. The equipment prototype as well. In 2016, went through a witnessed test by an team. The technology was evaluated, and with 500 kV, there are 5 breakthroughs. First, mass semiconductors. The ultra-high-speed switch, integrated design, increase of peak collection, and 500 kV power supply as well. For IGBT braking capability, so far only cut off 6 kA, which does not fulfill the requirement of 500 kV DC breaker. By enhancing the saturation and working current, and also by reducing loss, and by optimization and simulation, emulation, we can achieve increased braking current up to 15 kA. Then talking about mass semiconductor coordination, for 500 kV DC breaker, it consists of the serial connection of thousands of semiconductor devices through a modularized technology. We have achieved IGBT series mounting, and so that we have a kA of braking, current braking. And then ultra high-speed mechanical switch, another breakthrough. We need to be able to achieve a braking within 2 milliseconds. We are applying electromagnetic repulsion mechanism, and we're also leveraging an optimization of a vacuum breaker. And also we have optimized the multi-breakers voltage sharing control. We have achieved 1000 kV braking current at 2 milliseconds. The next advantage is 500 kV power supply. That requires adopting battery-based insulation and composite multi-type combination power supply electromagnetic isolation and voltage sharing control to ensure reliability and availability. And through electromagnetic field simulation, seismic simulation, and structural mechanics simulation, we have made sure that the valve tower insulation structural and anti-seismic design has achieved the new parameters of effectiveness. Well, here let's take a look at the 500 kV DC breaker. And the rated current is 3 kA, and breaking times is lower than 3 milliseconds. Other functions, rapid reclosure and re-breaking. It has a serious connection with a compact modules. It's a modular design, easy for scalability. And then for the 500 kV prototype DC breaker in December 2016, it passed international authority organizations certification.
2017, the electrics high voltage large capacity series products, including the circuit breaker, gained high praise for their leading-edge technology innovation from the certifiers. The 500 kV VSC HVDC grid pilot program will be used in Zhangbei grid project. This project will cover large-scale renewable energies concentration and export, and is getting ready for the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics as a green pilot program. Within this project, there are 4 terminal round network, and it has bipole and has half bridge plus DC, and it will utilize more than 700 kilometers of overhead lines. Summary. Well, first of all, we developed the first 535 kV DC breaker in the world, and it has passed the certification by DNV.GL, and it's gained high praises during the technical evaluation. We adopted a novel hybrid topology based on the dialed IGBT full bridge to achieve both low cost and high reliability. And in the future, it will also be able to clear the faults very quickly and provide a leading edge technology solution for the upcoming DC grid application.